Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for episode of Learn to Play Games. My name is Lance, and in the gameplay video today, I'm going to take you guys through the first couple, middle couple, and end couple turns of Promenade, let you get a good feel for the game and whether or not you'd like to back it. And as always, if you enjoy these videos, if you like what I do, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to my channel as it helps me to grow and continue to bring these videos to you guys. And as always, if you want to stay up to date on all my videos, ring that bell so you get notifications anytime I release new content. So let's head to the table, and I'll show you what this one's all about. So we're going to go ahead and start, this being our first player over here, so he's going to go ahead and take his first turn, which is comprised of two actions. So he can either haggle, which will let him spend one card to draw two new cards, acquire, where he can buy the paintings from one of the different galleries, or he can show in the museum. Now currently the museums are pretty expensive and we don't really have a lot of cards to be able to do that with yet. So we're going to go ahead and start by acquiring some new cards from the Promenade. So our player here has a couple of red cards already, so he may want to grab that second or that red in there to continue working on that. And we're going to go ahead and do our first action. So I'm going to spend a blue painting, which is currently worth 1 gold, to purchase one of the cards in the first gallery, which is a cost of 1. So let's go ahead and purchase another purple, and this is going to increase purple's value by 2 on the market. So we'll increase our purple, and then that'll go in that space. And then as his second action, I cannot purchase another painting in here from the same gallery during the second action, so I have to purchase it from one of the other ones if I'm able to. And he wants another red, so he's going to need to spend 5. So we have 2, 3, 4, 5 points. So we'll go ahead and purchase this one and place it there. And then we're going to increase the market value on that one by 3. So our red painting will bump up to 3. And then we're ready. We don't have any other actions we can do, so we'll clear our actions and place them in the discard pile. And then our player will draw 5 new cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or he'll draw up to his hand size, which is 5. So if he would have retained some cards from his previous turn, he could choose to discard those or keep them. And then he would just draw back up to his hand size, or draw back up to 5, as you don't have a limit to your hand size. So we'll move over to our second player over here. So with this player, he's got a lot of gold cards and 1 blue card. So let's go ahead and start. Let's go ahead and start by spending 2 gold to purchase 1 in this category. So we'll go ahead and take a green one. So then we'll up the green value on the market by 4. And place that in here. And then our player has 4 golds yet, or he can use one of the bottom traits on one of the cards to increase that. So we'll go ahead and spend another one to acquire one of these. So let's go ahead and take the blue one. And then he's going to go ahead and discard the blue, and he'll keep these 2, so he'll draw back up to 5 cards, so he'll get 3 new cards. And then this is all going to be gone, put in his discard pile. Moving back over to our first player over here, he's going to go ahead and go again. So we've got a lot of those cards, the gold cards now, and he has a green card. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gold. So let's go ahead and start. We'll go ahead and do his first action. We're going to discard a card and draw 2 new cards. Okay, so we'll draw 2 new ones. And then we're going to go ahead, we'll spend 6 gold to acquire one of these new ones. So we have 2 choices. We have 3 gold for A, which will let us buy 1 or 2 paintings in the same gallery if we choose to spend that as a secondary, or we can use this one to buy a 5 gold card. So let's go ahead and I'll take this one first. So that'll go in there. And then we're going to increase our gold by that amount. So our gold will go to 3. And we'll go ahead and discard the 1 as well. So these will all go to the discard, and our player will draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're moving back over to player 2. All right, so player 2 here. We've got a couple of paintings and a couple of singles here. So let's go ahead and buy that purple one there. And we will buy... Let's go and buy that second purple one there in this one. So purple is going to go up by 2, ends by 4. So we'll move our purple up 6 points. And that is at 8, so it's getting close to going up to the next point. And that is the end of his turn, and we don't have... Let's go ahead and discard the red here. So we'll draw back up to 4. We're out of cards, so we'll shuffle up our discard pile here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we have to fill in our galleries here. So since we've bought all the different things from this gallery, we're going to go ahead and remove that point value from the game. And then we'll use the next highest one. So now it is going to be 3 points. And then we're going to deal out cards until each of our galleries has, or this gallery and this gallery has 3, and these two have 2. So that'll get a new one. And we'll get a new one here. And then we'll also replace one here by dealing out a new one. And we're ready to head back over to player 1's turn. So player 1 over here has 5 painting cards. And let's go ahead and spend 2 reds to purchase that purple one there. And that'll increase the market value by 4, so he's going to go up to 12. So now purple is going to be worth 2 gold, each purple, and each player is going to move that up. So now we have 1 purple and these 2, so we have 4 points left to work with. So what else can we do? Not a lot. Let's go ahead and purchase another red. So we're going to spend all of our cards remaining to purchase the red down here. So red is going to go up 2 more points. And that is the end of his turn. So again, we'll go ahead and move these over. We have 1 card remaining in our draw pile, so we'll shuffle back up. Two, 3, 4, 5. And then we're going to head back over to our secondary player. So he has some other options here. So let's go ahead and spend this one as a 4-point one for the painting. We have a purple for 6 and 1 green for 7 points. And we're going to go ahead and buy one of the green ones here. So that'll increase our green by 6 points. So green is currently at 4, so that'll put it at 10. So green is going to move up to 2 points or 2 golds for each. And then our player still has 2 cards left. So he's going to go ahead and purchase the yellow one in here. So then this is all going to go into the discard. Again, we would remove this token and place the next one, next highest one. So that's a 4. And then each of our galleries again will be refilled to its start. There we go. And we're going to go ahead and move over to our next player, or our first player again. So we've got some options here. Let's go ahead and purchase that purple in the 4 slots there. So we'll spend these 2, which will get us that card. And that will move purple up by 4 again. And then we still have 3 cards remaining. So we'll go ahead and spend both of these for their secondary value. So they're going to be worth 6 points, and we'll spend this one for 7, and then we'll purchase this green one here. So that's going to move green up by 6 again, and our player is done there. We'll draw back up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we'll move over to our second player for his turn. We forgot to draw over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So we've got 2 green, which are worth 2, and a purple, which is worth 2. So we got 6 points there. 8, and blue is worth 1, so we got 9 points to work with potentially. Let's go ahead and purchase another green for 3 points. So we'll spend 1 green and the blue. That'll give us 3 to pick up this one, and that'll increase green by 2 points. So green is up to 18. We're almost up to 3 points for that one. And then let's go ahead and purchase the yellow one. So we'll go ahead and spend 2 here and purchase that one. And we'll go ahead and just discard this. So yellow is going to go up by 4. So yellow is finally on the track there now. And this will all go to our discard, and we'll draw back up. So I'm going to go ahead and take a couple turns off camera now. So our players have spent a couple more turns working and purchasing new paintings and increasing the market value of the paintings. So we're ready now to jump back in the game, and I think we're going to start seeing some players purchase some stuff in the museums. So let's go ahead and head over to our first player again. So we've got a number of painting cards. 3 of them are worth 3 gold apiece. So now we have 9. We have 1 card left that's worth 2 for 11, and we have a red card worth 2 for 13 points that we can use to do different things. Let's go ahead and be the first one to buy that first slot in the museum. So we need 11 points. We'll go ahead and spend those, and then we're going to use the red painting to exhibit. So red is one of the colors that we can exhibit it in, so we'll place it here. We'll take the red cube and place it in the top point value, so it's 9 points. And then we also, being a first exhibitor, or the first time we've exhibited, we get to choose one of the 4 benefit bonuses. So let's go ahead and take that one there. So that'll get us 2 more victory points. So we get 11 points for that, 9 for the painting, and 2 more for that. And then we're going to increase the market value of red by 5. So red is currently at 15, so it's going to move up to 20, which will put it into the 3rd tier. So it's going to be worth 3 gold. And unfortunately, that was all of our player's cards, so he can't do anything else as his second action. So we'll go ahead and end his turn, and he will draw back up to 5. 1, 2, 3. We'll head over to player 2. So player 2 here has a lot of cards worth 3, so he's going to go ahead and push it and see what he can get. So he's going to spend 1 card to draw 2 new ones. So he's got a blue and another 1. Not really what he was looking for here, but we've got 3, 6, 9, 12 points, so he could go move into our little bit of a higher museum if he wants to. He could even go to 13, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll go ahead and spend 13 points, and we'll go ahead and spend our blue portrait on that spot there. So again, he is a first-time exhibitor as well. So let's go ahead and spend it to get the 3-point bonus, and we'll go ahead and go into this one instead, as it'll drop our cost by 3 points. From here, then we're going to pick up 11 points for that one, and so we're going to be tied with our other player over there, and then we're going to increase the market value by 8 points for our blue. So blue is going to also move into the 3-point tier. So now all of our paintings are worth 3 gold apiece. And then our player over here is done. And he'll draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, let's move back over to our other player there. And we've got a lot of purple and blue. So let's go ahead and purchase some more cards here. Let's spend 2 purple to purchase this blue one down here. That's going to increase blue by 4. And let's also spend we'll spend these 3 here. Yeah, let's spend these 3 here to pick up this yellow one here as well. That's going to increase yellow by 6, which is going to put yellow into the 4-point bracket. Then we'll go ahead and consolidate this. So with both of these, we'll do the lowest one first, and then the next one. Then we'll refill. And discard. All right, heading back over to player 2. Player 2 here has a lot of blue, and he has a 5 gold card, or he has a 3-point card that also lets him buy a 5 gold worth 8 points. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll spend our first one to do that, so the yellow and this one, which will be discarded, to purchase one that's worth 5 gold. And then we have 3 cards left worth 3 points apiece. So we'll go ahead and spend all 3 of these to purchase this purple one here. So purple again is going to go up 3 points to 26. And this will all be discarded. Heading back over to player 1. Player 1 has got a 5 gold, 2 gold, and 2 greens worth 3 points and a blue worth 3 points. So we've got a lot to work with here. We've got a couple. Let's go ahead and exhibit another painting. So let's go with the 12-point one there. Let's see if we got enough here. We got 6, 11, 13. So we could even try for that one. So let's do that. We'll go ahead and go with that one. So 13 points, and we'll put the blue one in there. That'll move down there, which will get us 10 points. Blue is going to go up by 7 points. So that's 31. And then the other thing I forgot to do, we got to put tokens marking those different ones. So our green player has those 2, and our purple player has placed that one. Okay. So that also means that blue now is up to 4 gold per portrait. And we'll head back over to player 2 here in a second, because player 1 is out of cards. So he'll draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And player 2. All right, so player 2 has 3 yellow cards worth 4 points apiece. Let's go ahead and purchase one of those blue there. So we'll use our 1 worth 3 points. So 7 and 11. Which will let us purchase one of these. And then I still have a yellow and a red left for a... So let's go on up with this one first. So blue is going to go up by 6 points on market value. So that is 37. 6 points remaining. So let's go ahead and purchase one of the 3-point ones there. So we'll go ahead and pick up that. Okay, these will go to the discard. So I'm going to go ahead and jump ahead a couple more turns, and I'll start it back up with the final couple turns of the game, and I'll show you guys how that works. Okay, so I've jumped ahead a couple more turns, and we're ready to move into the final stages of the game. We have 11 paintings on exhibit, so one more will trigger the end of the game. So our first player is the player to go at the start of the turn. So he's going to go ahead and start. He's going to go ahead and spend, he's got 15 points here to go ahead and do another painting. So he's going to put this one here, choose the black one, and he will receive 9 points. So 72 and mark it. Then he's going to bump the green up by 7 points. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So green now is worth 4 gold. And he only has 1 card remaining, so there's nothing else he can do there, so that is the end of his turn. So then we're going to move over to the other player now that we have 12 paintings in there. This is his final turn to go. He's going to go ahead and spend his 2 yellow and a blue to go ahead and go in here, and he'll place, actually he'll spend his purple and he'll place his blue in there. So again, he's going to get 9 points. So that'll move him up to 57. And then we'll move blue up on the market 6 points to 53. From here, then we're ready to move into the end game, as our player over here doesn't have enough to do anything else with either. We would move into the end game scoring. So the final step to go through is the scoring step. So first off, with the market ratings, we're going to move all of the markers over to their respective areas so we know what their point values are. And then we'll do the same thing with our gold marker. With it being in between the two zones, I am assuming that it's going to drop down. It doesn't really state on the rules that I have, so we're just going to go with that. From there, then each player is going to go ahead and flip over their player board, which is going to outline all the different point values for their different paintings that they have acquired, that you're going to combine both their draw pile, discard pile, and your hand, and then you're going to separate into the piles of different points for the paintings and then the golds. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera, and then finally we'll move over to the museums and get the bonuses for the museums that were completed with all their exhibitions shown. All right, so the final thing we need to do is score the bonus points for the players. So the player with the most animal paintings is going to receive additional 6 points. So our player over here has 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's also got 1 out there. So he's got 5 total. Our player over here has 3, 4, 5 as well. So they will both receive 6 points for that one. So 75 to 65. And then all abstract paintings in the museum are going to receive a bonus of 3 points. So we have 1 here for him, and green also has 1 there. So at this point, our green player has won by a fair victory. He's got 10 points over purple. So I hope you guys found that video helpful. As always, if you have any questions or comments, leave those in the comment section below, or swing by the Kickstarter's page and drop them there as well. I'm sure the creators would love to answer any questions you have about this, and I hope this will give you guys a good idea of whether or not you want to back the game. So until next time, I will see you guys later.